and welcome to the Circle of Alchemy Sisters podcast. We're back.
That was very cryptic. Wonderful for your first time. I love it. It was like you had practiced it for years.
Oh, good. Yeah, I practiced it for a couple seconds in my head.
Okay. So, welcome back. We've just had a week and we've come back and we were just having a conversation, talking like we normally do, and we stopped and said, stop! We need to record this because we were on the subject of the Akashic Records.
Yes.
Now, I don't feel like we want to jump straight into the Akashic Records. That seems pretty deep for the beginning, so we'll save that for later in the show. But I do want to bring us in with some basics, right? Like, let's get down to the basics. We were at the thrift store yesterday, and my girlfriend found this book, Chakras for Babies, okay? And when she found it, I was like, oh, that's cute, right? But the deeper I thought about it, the more I thought, this is exactly what we should be doing. Like, yes, absolutely, we should be learning about chakras as babies. If we are teaching our children that they have energy centers and what they mean, why can't it be part of what we teach in kindergarten?
Absolutely.
Right? Why can't it be one of the basic things that we learn? Because it is true. Right? I didn't learn about chakras until I was 42 years old. I didn't know anything about chakras. And it's not like chakras are woo-woo. Mm-mm. These are energy points. These are energy centers. They are not, this is science, right? And it might not be proven yet. I don't know what science says about chakras, but it will be soon, right? Because it is real. And they are our guide systems, right? Like, they guide us and they lead us. They open up to certain things. They close off to certain things depending on how healed you are in certain areas of your life. So we should be paying attention to teaching children how to understand what chakras are. The next thing is, if you are a beginner and you don't know what chakras are, learn about it. This is like perfect. It's for babies, but I'm telling you, once you open up to your chakras, because that's how I started. Right? My energy centers started to open the minute I started studying crystals and chakras and how they relate to one another. And then it was like my world just started getting more and more energetic, right? So we have 7 chakras, and it teaches you just basic information, what the chakras are, what color is associated with each chakra, and what it works. It's secured and grounding is the root chakra. If everyone knew this, and then they worked on their root chakra because they couldn't, there's someone who is antsy all the time and has to move all the time, and like, they're not grounded. If you knew that you had an unhealed root chakra when you were 7 years old, it would be easier to heal it. If you're in the midst of chaos, right, at 7 years old, and you know that you have a chakra system, and you know that the root chakra is responsible for making you feel grounded and safe, and you don't feel safe, you'll know at 7 years old that that is something that you're going to have to work on to adjust. And most of the time it is because you come from an unstable household, right? So the earlier and the younger we know about these energetic systems, the more we'll be able to not only like know our children, but our children will know themselves and understand themselves. If it's one of the basic things that we teach with the rainbow in kindergarten, right? Like, we should all know chakras. Our children should all know chakras. We should all know the energetic principles that they hold so that we can understand. Like, I'm getting so passionate about it. The channel that's coming through is very passionate about understanding yourself, right? Knowing what energy centers are off balance so that you can readjust them the way that you deserve to live, right? Like, we are perfect souls coming into this human body. And once we exit the womb, the programming starts, right? And it is our job as a human coming here on earth to break that programming and understand how our bodies and our energetic systems really, really work. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling so passionate right now. So I don't know who I'm channeling, but they feel very passionate, and okay, so it is the Syrians. It feels very passionate. It feels very deep. It feels very emotional, just very grounded in knowing your emotions. And because my body is not accustomed to knowing its emotions and understanding as highly and intelligent as they are, them coming into my system is really just throwing off. Like I'm crying because I can't understand the deep, beautiful, raw emotions. My body can't handle that they're pushing through, right? That they just want humanity to know about. They want them to understand themselves. They want them to know that they are miraculous creatures, that they are beautiful, wonderful creatures who were created to do such divine things, but programmed to believe that they are nothing. Right? And that's what we're here to do. Every generation gets more and more intense with we're here for a bigger reason. We're here for a bigger reason. Heaven isn't somewhere that we need to go outside of us. Heaven can exist right inside of us. And that starts by knowing ourselves, knowing ourselves and knowing our energetic systems and knowing the frequencies in which we exist in, right? Being aware of the frequency that we exist in. If you go home to your home, if you are a person walking into your home and the first thing you feel in your home is overwhelming sadness and anxiety and helplessness and hopelessness, know that you are not living in a high frequency. You are living in a low frequency, and that frequency is literally emitted and living in all of your things, in all of your home, because that's the energy that you are projecting into it. Your home is talking to you, right? Telling you what kind of life are you living, what kind of frequency are you emitting. Does anybody have anything on that? I got so passionate right off the bat.
I feel like I feel like we all feel like children are really suffering right now. That's very emotional. I have a son. He told me, Mama, when I was a baby, I knew everything. You see, I was born backwards. And when I got older, I was 2 and 3, I forgot it. But when I was a baby, I knew everything. I knew how to do everything, and I had to relearn how to walk. And that's what he told me.
Wow. That's going to make me cry. That's so beautiful, right? Because it goes with exactly what I just said. Like, we are born these perfect, wonderful, beautiful souls. And then we get programmed to believe that we are just a tiny fraction of what we really are, right? Because I'm not saying the powers that be right now understand this fully, but in the beginning, right, when we were created, they were like, we want to create these fantastical beings, right? But then they realized, oh my gosh, like they can literally do so many things. We don't really understand what they can actually do, like they're new. They have some of us and they have some of them. They have all of these special kinds of DNAs in them that we don't actually understand how they work. So we can't let them figure it out before we do. We want to guide them into it. We don't want to just let loose a bunch of powerful beings and not understand who they are. And that's why they're coming back now and saying, we've had millions of years to study you. We understand you. We've been you. We've lived your lives. We've been humans before, most of us. And now we're back to let you know you're so much better. You're so much more than you have ever been told. And we're here to guide you through that. And the first step is literally just understanding, knowing. And like your son, listen to the children. The children know. They are the ancient ones. They are older than us. If they are coming back into this physical form right now, it means they lived before us. They died before us. They are back to lead us and to guide us and to show us. And as their parents, as their foster keepers, as their guardians, we are here to keep them safe. We're here to keep them safe, and we are here to let them lead the way. They know the way of the future. Right? So yes, our children are a big part of the future, right? Like, what kind of humans are we creating for the future? Because I don't want to create a human like my parents created. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't fully understand and know myself until right now. Right now. I don't want the future children to not understand themselves because they have been told over and over and over again, this is who you are and this is what you're going to do and this is the religion and this is just why we do the things. I mean, like, we are even programmed to understand our history completely wrong. We were taught wrong history, wrong, and our children of the future, instead of trying all the systems are saying control more. Your children are out of control. Let them have freedom to escape and be the humans that they are here to be, and stop controlling every single aspect of who they are. We're not here to create them. They're here to create themselves. We're just here to guide them and let them know that we are here for them whenever we need them, right? So much passion coming through today. So much passion. I love when the Syrians come through. I love when they show us this deep passion, right? Because you guys can feel it. You can feel the energy in here. It is a beautiful, passionate, these extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call them, friends, family from another galaxy, right? They're very emotional about this too, right? Like, we are your friends, we are your family, and we are here to help you understand who you are, because we are tired of seeing you struggle. We are tired of seeing you hurt yourselves. We are tired of you feeling worthless. You are so worthy, and you can create it all by yourself. But yes, of course, when you come together in these beautiful little circles, in these beautiful little groups of high frequency energy, you can create together. It's a blueprint, and you design it with the energy and the frequency that you emit. And they're saying, yes, there are a few basic laws. There's a few basic principles. There's a few basic things that you came here to learn on this planet. But for the most part, you came to awaken to the truth of who you are and understand yourself so deeply and intensely that you can take it to the next generation and guide them and lead them into finding out who exactly they are. You guys, seriously, as Christy the human, I have zero recollection of what we're talking about right now. I just want to let you know that's how deep into this channel I am. I feel so emotional, but I have no recollection of what we are talking about. I just feel deep, intense love. Deep, intense love. So if you have any questions about the spiritual realm, we're so scared of finding out the spiritual realm. We're so programmed to be so fearful of anything outside of what we've been taught. I've been taken over, if that's what you want to call it, right? Channeling, trans channeling, whatever I'm doing. I've been taken over by these outside entities. I can't remember anything that we're talking about, but all I can feel is immense love, and a lot of sadness, because the humans don't understand. They don't understand. We don't know who we really are. We have no clue. And if we had an understanding of who we were, we would not allow the outside programming to rule us and control us and keep us in all of these labels and all of these boxes. You're meant to fly. You're meant to... I'm looking straight at a butterfly right now. You are meant to fly, break out of the box, break out of the chrysalis, find out who you really are. Stop living by other people's suggestions, because remember, the old timers, they have this beautiful knowledge. They do have beautiful knowledge. They know the land. They know things, but we're the next generation. We're the older, wiser ones, right? They were born to keep us safe and implant certain directions in us, but we are the next generation to bring in new values, to bring in new ways of thinking, to bring in new ways, and the generation after us to bring in the new things, right? Like the ones born after us are the leaders. Those are the ones that our galactic brothers and sisters have chosen. They've all chosen together to say they're going to lead the next generation. They're going to lead the next generation. They're just keeping born. But the more we deprogram them, the more we steal everything away from them that they are meant to do here, just like our parents did to us, right? And that's what we did, the same thing to our children. You're probably not one of those generations, right? But we were still one of the generations that believed in the Christian programming, and you have to do it this way, and you have to do this, and you have to do this. That's just how we are as a human, the programming, right? And we programmed our children. Luckily, we broke out of the matrix, and we understood at a later, but we're here now to just start telling people, like, you can do it too. Just break out. You just break out. Right. You do not have to follow what anyone tells you. Who made those rules? Humans. Humans made those rules, right? And now we're opening up to deeper ways of doing things where we can feel the right way. We can understand in our bodies what the right thing is. We don't necessarily have to live from the programming anymore because we can feel our bodies and how they respond to certain ways. And that's how we're letting ourselves float through the universe now. Does anybody have anything? I'm so sorry. I'm talking so much.
Word vomiting.
Oh my gosh.
That's how it feels.
Ooh, yeah. It's passion. It's so much passion coming through. Yeah. Like, we had no plans for this podcast. I was texting you girls this morning. You got anything? Do you know what we're going to talk about today? And, of course, they had it all planned out for us, all planned out. It's beautiful. I can't wait to watch it back.
Yeah,
and hear what I'm talking about. I guess it's essentially teaching us how to be a new human. How to live in the new earth. Like, you're a beautiful, magical creature, and the programming that you received when you were a youngster is no longer valid, is no longer, you don't have to carry that with you anymore. It's not who you are anymore. You're a new person. This is a new earth. You're a new human, and you are now who you say you are, who you exist are, as who your frequency says that you are. And the future humans, we're not gonna have to introduce ourselves. Hi, my name is Christy. Nice to meet you. In the future, we're just gonna basically download. As soon as we get next to each other, we're gonna feel like, hey, hi. Less words, right? Less words, more emotion. Like, it's okay not to fill the silence. It's okay just to live in the energy and feel the energy, because sometimes it actually tells you more truth than the words do, right? The energy doesn't lie.